At this time, I would like to bring to the podium the president of the Sun City Concert Band, Mr. Ed White.
Well, that's all right. Keep your seats. We are so delighted that you are here this afternoon. This was an experiment to see what would happen on a Wednesday afternoon at 2 o'clock to have a concert. We're so delighted that you're here. We are here pleading with you for your help. Perhaps some of you saw the Independent that came out yesterday and today, and it has a big picture of the Pops Band on there. I happen to be president of the Concert Band, the Pops Band, and the Sun City Chamber Orchestra, about 300 people altogether. But anyway, the rec center is trying to make life difficult for us. In fact, I have been here 24 years, came here as a young child, been here 24 years, and have played in this band for most of those years. And I tell you, it's been a great time, for me especially. But then, all of a sudden, we used to have a saying in the service, you know, if it's working good, don't fix it. Well, now the rec center wants to fix us. And you know what happens when you fix a dog? Well, that's what they're trying to do to us. They want to get us down to nothing. They want to get us out of here, actually, if they go through with this BP-12. We need your help. And in the paper, in the Independent paper, they had the RCSC Policy 12 presentation at 2 o'clock Monday, November 12th, at the Fairway Recreation Center. That's wrong. It's going to be right here. It's going to be at the Sundial. And that's at 2 o'clock on Monday the 12th. And I know that that's an official national holiday for veterans. And I mentioned this to them and asked them if they could postpone it. No, we can't, because this is just as important. Well, I happen to be a veteran, and I took offense to that, but that's beside the point. They are in control, and we need your support. And so if any of you can write letters to the board, whatever, to support the bands, and I say that, there are 3 of us, to support all the groups, the musical groups. And not only that, it affects other clubs in the Sun Cities, too. We're not just the only ones affected, but we perform before more people than any other club that I know of. I mean, you know, when you're making jewelry, it's hard to perform in front of all these people showing them how you make jewelry. Not that I have anything against the jewelry, because they make some fine stuff. Anyway, I got out of that one, didn't I? Anyway, folks, we have made the paper. People are becoming involved in this, and we want you to become involved. Please let the rec center know what you think of us. If you don't like us, don't write. There's another thing that we have out in the foyer out here. We have these little bitty cards. They're little business cards, and it says Sun City Concert and Pops Bands to receive all the future concert dates and playbills from the Sun City Concert and Pops Bands. Send your email address, and then there's an email address in which to send your emails to. Hope there's no English teachers in here. These cards are in the back table back there, so when you leave, you can just take as many as you want, and please send them to us, okay? So we can compile more and more. But anyway, folks, I really, really, really need your support in behalf of the concert club, which includes the 3 groups. It'd be a shame if all of a sudden we had to stop performing. And I think Charlie Musgrave, Charlie, you better come up here. I think you're next.
Yeah.
Well, you can come on up so people can see. Well, I mean, it's hard to see him. But
I'm going to add this.
He is standing.
Mr. President, I'm just going to add this. As some of you know, I'm also the director of the Chamber Orchestra, and it would affect that group as well. We wouldn't have very many people left. And in all of these groups, we have people who are traveling a long distance to come to play. In the Chamber Orchestra, I've got several people who are driving from Scottsdale and the Mesa area to come and play and perform concerts. And it's not, in my mind, not proper to charge them to come and practice. So I'm introducing Mr. Charles Musgrave, and after he has something to say, he's going to conduct the Light Cavalry Overture. And this is an overture from an opera of the same name. And the overture is the only music from that opera that really survived. It was a period drama about a ruler who squandered his nation's treasury, which sounds familiar. And the overture opens with a trumpet call suggesting a military motif. So our associate conductor, Mr. Charles Musgrave.
All right. I would like to demonstrate a bit what it has meant to me. I've been in Sun City now 17 years, and I had the responsibility of directing this band for several of those years after Walter Mack, and I've taken for granted our guests are the people who drive in from all these cities around us, and they're now wanting to charge them $2 each rehearsal and concert that they give you for free. And that's quite a burden when you figure it out that 2 or 3 of these people are playing in 3 or 4 bands, and their wives, that doubles that. So I would like to show you how much that I came to realize just the other day. I'm going to start this Light Cavalry overture with just our Sun City people playing. And show you how much we appreciate what we got. Now, I'd like to show you all the people who do not have an RCSC card. Would you please stand up? All the people who do not have an RCSC card. That's how much we're being supported. Not only do they give their time and their talent and their years of experience, but also, I figured out the other day that we've got almost $500,000 in their instruments that you see in front of you. And that's a lot of money, $500,000. And so that's what you're going to hear. So first you're going to hear the beginning of this overture with just our Sun City people. Now this is how much I appreciate our guests. This is the same overture played with the Sun City people with our added guests, and we'll continue.
I think it might be a good idea if you all would stand and stretch your legs, because you've been sitting here for a while and we still have more music. I hope you don't leave. And in conjunction with what Ed and Charlie have said, we realize that the groups that we have are not professional groups, but we do the best that we can. And what I think you need to realize that in all of these groups, and even not just these, but like the Sun City Handbell Ringers, the Choraliers, there are people who have told us it's the highlight of their week to come to a rehearsal. And it would be such a shame to not have that. So we hope that the the board will reconsider this whole issue that they brought up. We're going to continue on now. You may sit down. I hope you stretch your legs.